First tonight at 10, a Tampa homeowner got permits to build in his backyard, and he ended up in jail over it. It is a bizarre situation that has captured the attention of attorneys involved on both sides and the neighbors. Fox 13's Brianna Arredondo joins us in the studio to explain how changes to the man's backyard actually led to him getting sued.
Yeah, so Allie and Mark, this did not happen overnight. There's been 5 years of this situation going back and forth in the courts. The South Tampa homeowner started building a guest house, and a neighbor questioned whether it was legal based on the lot. And now the man's family and friends are calling for his release. He's a dad to some, a neighbor and a friend to others. The signs lining West Shore Boulevard Thursday calling to free Michael Martin. Now, why did you want to come out?
To support Michael, because I think this whole situation went way too far. He's in jail. He can't post bond unless he waives his rights, which to me makes no sense at all. And we're here to support him.
To understand how Michael Martin, a Tampa businessman, ended up in jail, it starts with what's in the backyard of his South Tampa home. Right now, it's an unfinished guest house, a pool, and a pickleball court. But 5 years ago, none of this was here. And at the time, one of his next door neighbors, the Babbitts, noticed some changes.
So in 2021, they saw some footers being poured in this block that was a city block and wasn't buildable. As soon as they saw that, they questioned the city and Mr. Martin as to what was going on.
Trey Weingart represents the Babbitt family in their lawsuit against Martin and the city of Tampa. They claim the guest house wasn't legally allowed to be built on that lot. And
Mr. Martin, made the choice to thumb his nose at that warning. And continue building, which, until the court ruled, he had every right to do. But the law says that you do that at your peril.
But the city of Tampa approved and issued permits to allow Martin to build the structure in his backyard.
He spent $1 million building this beautiful pool and this beautiful structure. And then all of a sudden, some neighbors decide that they don't like the fact that he's built this there, and they've sued him.
Richard Escobar is representing Martin now that he's in jail. The situation has spent 5 years going through the court system, with a civil trial with testimony, judgments in favor of Martin's neighbors, and several appeals by Martin to reconsider those decisions. The latest decision by a judge demolished the guest house, pool, and pickleball court. So Martin appealed again, this time asking the city of Tampa to replot his land to allow what he's built to stay.
We'd like to see the city do what the city is supposed to do, which is process these applications and take these steps. Again, remembering that this is a project that has gone before city council twice.
Martin's attorney says the demolition could cost at least $800,000. So he refused while it's still going through the courts and ended up in contempt and in jail without bond.
I really admire Mr. Martin for telling this judge, no, I'm going to stay in jail. If the alternative is to destroy this home, I am going to stay in jail until my due process rights are carried through.
So the question remains, who's right? And an appeals court is figuring that out now. And as for who's responsible for the situation getting this far,
from the Babbitt's perspective, whomever carries the blame or shares the blame, it wasn't the Babbitts. And all they want is the block restored to the way the law requires it to be.
Mr. Martin should not be in jail because of what happened in a civil court proceeding when there are alternatives in order to make this right.
For Martin's family and friends, they say he did what he was supposed to do with permitting and builders. So they held signs calling to fix the system and raise awareness.
I'd like to see this situation resolved as soon as possible in a respectful way, and also in a way that makes sense for both parties, right? I think it's gone way too far.
Now, Martin's attorneys tell me that they are waiting on the city's approval and an appeal to allow Martin to go home. The Babbitt's attorney says that they did not want Martin to end up in jail. Their attorney says that this case has gone through 7 different judges, and they all ruled in the Babbitt's favor that the structure should not have been built. So I went to the city of Tampa with questions about the permitting process for this case, and a city spokesperson said they cannot comment at this time due to the pending litigation. Mark?
That is some story. All right, Brianna, thanks much.